Hey nerds, a new book came out from Image Comics Skybound called Corpse Night. I wanted to take a more in-depth look at that and show you guys what I thought is a great book. Image Comics is diving headfirst into gothic horror with Corpse Night. It's a 6-issue dark fantasy miniseries that blends medieval brutality with supernatural dread and an emotional core about a family that refuses to stay buried. Be forewarned, I may add a little bit spoilers to the first issue, but trust me, it's how the story starts, so you shouldn't be disappointed. But if you want to be totally surprised, read the first issue and then come back here. Set in war-torn medieval France, the story follows a young girl named Foy, whose life is shattered when her father is murdered. But death isn't the end, because he comes back. Not as the man he once was, but as something other, armed with faith, desperation, and a child's belief in miracles. Foy sets out on a dangerous journey with her resurrected father, hoping to find salvation and maybe even answers. So right off the start, I really love the setting of this. I love that this takes back in medieval France. I'm a big fan of sword and sorcery and magical historical tales. So you want to put something that's on the fantasy side and also add some historical fact to it, these types of stories are made just for me. What unfolds is a less heroic quest and more of a descent into the terrifying unknown. Along their path are marauding armies, killers, wild beasts, and dark magic infecting the land. But the most unsettling question lingers at Foy's side. Is the thing protecting her still her father, or has she been traveling with a monster all along? If you want to get me excited, give me a story about somebody that comes back from the dead for revenge. I am totally in with that story. Gets me every time. What I didn't realize until after I read this was the creative team. The writer-co-creator Michael Chavez is best known for his work on the Conjuring universe, and this marks his first major comic book project. I had no idea that a Hollywood director was writing a comic book that I bought. I just loved the cover. I liked the title. Thought it was cool. The artist is Matthew Roberts. He's known for things like Manifest Destiny. He's done some Universal Monster stuff. This book is absolutely gorgeous, and he's definitely paired up really well with colorist Rico Renzi, and the book just looks so sharp. So I did a little digging, and apparently Michael Chavez conceived the story while working on The Nun Part 2, where he became fascinated with religious history, just like me. Particularly Joan of Arc and her association with Gil de Rais, a figure who fought alongside her before being revealed as a monster. I love that unsettling contrast, a saint unknowingly standing beside a killer. It just became the DNA for Corpse Night, and what if a child placed her faith in something holy that might actually be horrific? Reports say Chavez has said the series started as a love letter to dark fantasy, but evolved into something more personal, a story about parenthood, mortality, and the blurred line between protector and monster, and you definitely get that sense in the first issue right away. I really love the tone. I love a grim medieval setting soaked in war and superstition. I love supernatural horror, and this gives it to you straight up grounded in emotion. It's not just spectacle. There's definitely a father-daughter story here that's kind of twisted by death and resurrection. And it definitely is going to challenge, faith, morality, and identity. I'm thinking like this is The Road meets a dark European folklore with a touch of his Conjuring style dread from the movies that he's directed. This book came off to a great start for me. I love its cinematic feel. I love the haunting tone. It doesn't just feel like another horror comic, which apparently I am into now. It seems very character driven, and it's about love surviving beyond death. This is just pretty much right up my alley. I absolutely love this. Image keeps on crushing it. Their recent slate has been all about pushing genre boundaries, and this one feels like it's digging up something a little bit darker. I'm really looking forward to this 6-issue miniseries. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know if there's any books out there that I missed that you recommend. Alrighty, nerds, talk to you soon.